is Jesus? Like, what was Jesus? His religion?
What was Jesus? What did he believe?
Yeah, like, what did he practice?
He was Jewish.
Right. That's what I thought too. Do you know Muslims say Jesus was Muslim?
Really?
Did you know that?
Well, they're wrong about a lot. Yeah.
I had no idea. On TikTok, my TikTok is now, it's just like the lives, whatever. It's just all religious.
Oh,
talks.
yeah.
But yeah, apparently, according to Islam, Jesus was a Muslim. He was I think he's still a prophet, but like, nah, he was Muslim, born and raised, all that. Never was Jewish. Never was anything else. I had no idea.
He was Muslim. Was he God still, or he was?
Nah, that was
that?
Allah's guy.
Well, no, but like, what was he then?
He was just a dude. Like in Islam, I think Islam is like cool in that regard. I think because it's like the Marvel universe where it's like he exists. I think he still is doing his. I think he's still doing like miracles and doing his own thing, just like. But he's Muslim. He's not Christian. He's not Jewish in it.
Interesting.
I never heard that.
So what was he crucified for?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, interesting.
I'd have to look into that. I'd never stay too long because we know where it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, dude. My TikToks become like a bunch of lives and stuff too, and it's always like, it's just like the most absurd stuff. It's like just the guys with the hottest takes. It's like debate me. Like, why is
debate me, and then they block people the second they have like a conflicting opinion. My lives are. I can't believe some of these things.
Like, what's one? Example.
Oh, the classic that white people are not from Earth.
Oh, that's good.
That was a fun one.
Wait, they're not from Earth?
Yeah, they're aliens sent from a different planet.
Is that what's the one with who's the guy who starts with Y? Yeah. Fuck, dude.
Yabu Shella? No, that's something of a.
He came down and like fucking. He was like some alien. Like, oh, maybe he made
L.
black
Ron
guys.
Hubbard? Is that you think?
No, he made black guys. I think.
L. Ron Hubbard made black guys.
No, not L. Ron, dude. There's like little cartoons of him. He has like a big forehead or something. I'll look this up.
I never heard of this dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's not real, but it's like a.
Well, it might be. You have no idea.
True. That's true.
Fun one is a couple weeks ago I saw a lot of black dudes where we already talked about this, discussing how they're the real Native Americans and they were using skull sizes to justify. And I was like, holy shit, this is insane.
They're turning it against them, dude. What they used against them.
It's funny. I tried to make that a joke about LeBron when LeBron was like, "I'm built different," and it's like that's the exact same thing. That's same exact argument.
We've been saying that.
We admit it. They're built different. They're not the same as us.
They have an extra bone in their foot. They're built different.
God damn. How you been?
Good, dude. You have what was a what was I fucking? What happened to me? I don't know, dude. I thought I had some stuff I was gonna ask you about, talk with you about, but I guess nothing, dude. Just fucking comedy, dumb stuff. Oh, that's what I was gonna bring up. The other day, you were missing. You were MIA. And I couldn't get a hold of you.
Yeah, that was for 2 hours?
No, it was like all day.
My phone is like, even right now. If you look at my phone, there's like 7 apps that are missing. You see that?
Yeah.
It says blank. My phone is crazy fucked up. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it just shuts off sometimes, and I can't get it back on.
Yeah, dude. So you were texting me like noon or something, and I was at work, and I texted back, and nothing. And then I had to ask you something, so I texted back again, and nothing. It was like at night, and I was like, "Dude, are you alive?" And then nothing. And then I hit up. First I hit up Theo, your roommate. I was like, "Yo, you heard from Ben? Is he alive?" He's like, "I don't know. I think he might be at softball." And I was like, okay, maybe. I'm like, I thought he had softball on Wednesday, though.
Monday and Wednesday, yeah.
Okay. And then I hit up the group chat, and I was like, yo, has anyone seen Ben? Is he dead? I thought you might have died, dude. I said, yeah, I was like a worried mom trying to find her son.
Nah, if I go out, you'll know. I'll make a grand plan of it.
Yeah, the one thing I was like, dude, Kobe's fine, so he's probably not ending yet. But you've been very depressed with comedy recently, so I was like, he might have just ended it.
Yeah, I mean, but that is my big dilemma. If I kill myself, what do I do with Kobe?
Yeah,
do I kill
Kobe's
him with
around.
Me? Or do I live for him? What's more?
You got to live for him. Or if anything ever happens to Kobe, I got to get you a new cute dog so you don't end it.
It'd have to be in the exact second that it happens. if something happens to Kobe, I'm turning around. And you ever see Game of Thrones when Cersei blows up the Sept, whatever?
No.
You ever watch Game of Thrones?
I saw some. I stopped watching it.
All right, well, I'm pulling a King Tommen, and I'm putting my crown down, and I'm jumping out the window. Swanton bomb on my
Damn,
shit.
just gonna end it all.
It does sound fun. I mean, I don't know if I'd actually do that, but it does sound. Just saying
End it right there in the moment.
Saying it sounds fun. I'll end it all. It just sounds. It's a powerful thing to say. All
It
right.
would be cool. Like, what if, like, not? I wouldn't say this about Kobe. What if someone got, like, someone's dog got hit by a car, and they were just so devastated they ran out into traffic too and just got hit by the next car. They just never mind.
See, I done this. If it was someone's kid, everybody'd be like, "Oh, I understand."
Yeah.
But if it's someone's dog, you're like, "That's ridiculous." I gotta remind myself that he is a dog. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't get too attached to him.
And all dogs go to heaven.
Yeah, but I heard also there's another conspiracy. I guess I heard that heaven only has 300 spots. You heard about that?
Who said that?
I think God. I think
No.
that's like a thing that heaven only has like 300 seats.
Where'd you hear that? That's not true.
Look it up.
What do you mean? Does Google know?
Yeah, I asked Google if Jesus was Jewish, and it said yeah. It did.
Well, he's Muslim apparently, so.
Their Google over there is probably it's probably some other shit.
Yeah. What do you mean 300 spots?
That's apparently there's only 300 spots in heaven.
Where did you hear that though?
I read it somewhere. I don't know. I think it's a Christian thing. It might be a Jewish thing. I don't think so. But
It's Jewish. You guys don't. You don't have.
we don't have
hell.
hell. Yeah,
You don't have hell.
that's on earth, baby.
So what happens if you die and you're not Jewish?
How would I know that? If you die and you're not Jewish, how would I know that?
If there's no hell, where do you go?
If you're not Jewish,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You don't know your religion at all?
I know if you are Jewish. I don't know if you're not Jewish. I don't know what y'all do.
What happens if you? Well, where do you go Where do you guys go? Do you guys go to heaven?
We go to some form of an afterlife.
You don't know anything about being Jewish, do you?
I'm not a rabbi. I'm not versed in every last
You
detail.
act like you're so Jewish, dude. You're Kanye, dude.
That's not.
You're like, yo, I am actually Jewish.
Let's chill out.
I'm the Jew.
At the way he just said it.
Dude, that was crazy.
I've never seen Alex Jones look like that.
It's
I don't like the people calling you a Nazi. You're not a Nazi. Actually, I am a Nazi, and I like. Did you watch the interview?
Yeah. I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw him like, actually, Hitler had some good ideas.
He built the highways. What's funny is that he gave Hitler credit for building the microphone, but a black dude built the microphone. It was a black American dude.
Oh, that's even
Dr.
funnier.
West. His name was West also.
Oh, really?
And Kanye
He should know.
gave it to Hitler instead.
Damn.
I mean, at this point, it's not. He hates Jews. It's not.
There's
Like,
no coming back.
it's
from
not a
that.
bipolar thing. He just hates Jews.
Yeah. Dude, oh my God. It was very funny as they're like tuning out. He's like, I like Hitler.
It's also funny that like just the way that program is set up, that like every like 5 minutes Alex Jones is like, hold that thought. Okay, we're being broadcasted live, and he like names all the sponsors and shit.
Yeah.
That oh man, 3 hours of that was I couldn't watch the full thing.
I haven't watched it.
I'm also not sure who the other guy is. Nick Fuentes.
Oh, I've heard his name recently. I have no clue who he is.
That sounds like a Hispanic last name. He's not, but he's a white boy, I guess.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's white to the core.
Interesting.
I'm reading up that he's like a racist, but not in the
That's
cool
what I
way.
heard. But that's the only thing I know about him. I don't even know who he is.
But he's not the fun kind of racist. That
Ooh, he's bad kind. Is he one of Alex Jones's boys?
I don't think so. I think he's Kanye's like
Oh, he
lackey or some shit like that.
When he was on the
Yeah, he was on the
bias too.
opposite side of it.
It's very funny that Alex Jones, he just had like the whole Sandy Hook thing happen. So he's probably having like $1 billion fines flashing before his eyes as Kanye is like, actually, Hitler's. He's like, oh, fuck, no.
I mean, at that point, what else can they do to you? I mean,
That's true. Dude,
I saw he just filed for bankruptcy too.
Well, dude, yeah, if you have to pay $1 billion, that's crazy, dude.
And it was sad. And I am from CT, so it's close to home.
But $1 billion.
$1 billion is crazy.
That's worse.
For saying some words, that's crazy.
Dude, that's the worst. It's so bad that it's like when they give someone like 1,000 years in prison,
Yeah.
or like triple life sentence. It's like that. It's like no, you already gave me the maximum. Now you're just adding insult to injury.
And at that point, if it hits $1 billion, I don't even. If I was him, I wouldn't even care. Like y'all know I'm not paying that. You know I'm not paying.
If it hits $1 billion, I'm doing a Sandy Hook.
It's like Mike Tyson after he gets convicted. He's like, I wish I really did rape the bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, mama. Oh man,
that's crazy. $1 billion, dude. I'm going into that courtroom and I'm like, guess what? You're never fucking gonna see this money because you're all gonna be fucking.
I'll
dead.
pull a Bud Dwyer, but I'm not gonna hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody, calm down.
That $1 billion is so insane. It's crazy to like have that and then just keep doing your job. Like you still like doing interviews and stuff.
Well, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you work on the staff, I'd be like, how you paying for this? How you paying my paycheck?
Yeah.
Like I see that you owe them niggas $1 billion. How you actually? My last boss was in a lot of debt too. I don't know. I guess they got ways of making it work for them.
Yeah. Well, the business itself could probably pay.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. It just he's fucked. I guess.
Dude, $1 billion.
It's laughable. That's so crazy. I wouldn't even. $1 billion though. You know who could get him that?
Kanye.
Not anymore. He lost that.
Oh, okay.
He's worth like $400 million now. The person we're talking about today though probably could have got him $1 billion.
Ew.
You ready to get into today's topic?
I'm ready.
You like that transition?
Yeah, it was good.
That was smooth. What do you know about Griselda Blanco?
Oh, I know a little bit.
What do you know?
Not too much. Just insane, fucking monster.
So you know nothing.
Actually, what was it?
Griselda Blanco with the trap moves.
Yeah, I forget what podcast I was listening to recently.
All right. Well, this is exciting.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
You don't know nothing, Jack.
All I know is just the craziness.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it. Griselda Blanco was a Colombian drug cartel leader. She was born February 15, 1943. Unknown exactly where she is. Most people think it was Cartagena. Might have also been Santa Marta. Her dad was like a bum, nobody, right? Her mom was a drunk, alcoholic, abusive bitch. When she was 3 years old, her family moved to Medellin, which is the second biggest city in Colombia, right? I think Bogota's number one. I didn't look that up. Cali or Bogota is number one. And they moved to the Barrio Antioquia, which is at that time when they moved there, it was like a no-go zone. Like the police had literally dubbed it a no-go zone. It was the red light district. So like things that were illegal in other parts of the city were legal there. Like you could do drugs there, you could do prostitution there, you could do gambling, all that bullshit there, just because it was a lawless land, right? Before I forgot to even mention the end of this. So Colombia at this time, when she was coming up, there's this period called La Violencia, right? The violence, whatever. It was essentially a civil war in Colombia, where it was between like the two biggest political parties going at it, and this was when the Colombian necktie became a thing. You know what that is?
Is that when you fucking no, go.
Colombian necktie is when someone they slit your throat, they grab your tongue from inside your throat and then they pull it out.
Oh fuck! I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I was just saying you just slit your throat. I didn't know it was fucking.
How the hell is slitting your throat? You think they invented that?
Well, no, that's why I was confused. I knew it had something to do with slitting your throat, but I was like, no, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, they pull your shit through, so it's like a
damn
nice little necktie. Savage is what these people are.
That's nuts. I didn't even know you could do that.
This period in Colombia was like so I read multiple reports. One said it was like a 10-year thing. One said it was a 40-year period, and one said the Civil War is like still going on today. So I'm not really sure which one to go by, but I'm gonna go with the 10-year period.
Yeah, that sounds like good one to go with.
And there was it was this violence all throughout the country. 200,000 people, like at one point, were like 2% of the country's population was killed like throughout this period.
Damn,
they're just going at it.
That's like what they thought COVID was gonna be.
So this is just to paint the backdrop that he's coming from like a very like violent area or a very violent time, I should say, and a violent area. So when she's 9 years old, she begins like committing petty crimes, like doing like small thefts here and there, whatever, like thieving people on bikes and stuff like that. Stuff, whatever.
That's hilarious. She was a 9-year-old girl.
Oh yeah. She, well, they do mature faster than boys. So
that's true. Yeah. You forget that when you're 9, a lot of the girls are bigger than the boys.
Yeah, and way more aggressive.
Bully you.
Yeah, fucking bitches.
Steal your bike.
Yeah, 9-year-old girls are like they are dudes.
That is funny. Yeah, because they're like
they have more testosterone than like a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're mean. They bully you. And then as soon as we get bigger, now it's mean to bully.
Yeah, now I'm abusing my power.
Now with toxic masculinity, bitch. When you were 9, you were doing whatever.
And they would group up too. They were worse. Like they would be like 4 like 9-year-old girls all calling you faggots.
Yeah.
And making fun of you for being Jewish. All right, that's just me. Anyway, 9 years old, she starts committing small crimes and everything, right? It's also reported at this time that she's like starts hanging out with this boy across town, who's like equally just as like he does petty crimes with her and equally as chaotic. Young lad named Pablo Escobar.
Damn.
And supposedly it's reported that she like taught him like how to do certain thefts and how to do certain crimes, and she was like one of his mentors at a young age. There are some reports that conflict this. I'm gonna go with the report that says it's true because that sounds way cooler.
That's what they always say about it. They're like, actually, a lady taught him this. It's like, yeah, did she really though?
Well, that would be cool. All right, well, let me build to what she grows up because that's dope to be like two. I don't know, like it's like 2 sports legends went to the same high school.
Yeah, no, it is. It is pretty nuts. Wait, so what was the age difference between those two?
I don't know how old he was.
Okay, but they're both kids.
At this time, yeah.
Okay.
Everything I was reading was like she was 9 and he was like 8 or something like that.
Oh, okay,
he
so
was
around
7.
the
So
same age.
around the same age. So this is at 9 years old. At 11 years old, she steps it up a little bit with her crimes. She kidnaps this boy from a neighboring town, from like a rich area in this neighboring town, who's also like the same age as her, 11 years old, right? And she writes to his family. She's like, "Give me like $50,000. So whatever, some of my money." She's like, "Give this to me, or I'm gonna kill him." The family is like, "This is like an 11-year-old girl. There's no way," or this is a child that wrote this. There's no way they're gonna do this, whatever.
Yeah.
So they're like, "We're not paying the ransom. Just give us our son back." So she killed this nigga.
Holy shit.
She shot. She said, she shot him in the middle of his head twice.
Holy shit.
At 11 years old.
What a fucking nutcase,
This
dude.
bitch is cold-blooded.
Damn. 11-year-old. That's, wow. That's nuts. 11-year-old. So what grade is that? That's like
fifth
grade, yeah.
6th grade, something like that.
Yeah, something around there.
I was literally playing with Pokemon cards.
My sister's like 11 years old. That's crazy. If
My
my sister kidnapped someone and shot him in the head, that's nuts, dude.
What's wild is that is a game kids would play. Like kids would play like I'm kidnapping you.
Kidnapping you and shooting you in the head.
So if adults saw that, they'd be like, "Oh, they're just playing around." Like
Yeah.
they wouldn't think like kids play cops and robbers. You wouldn't think.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah, playing kidnap the
Imagine
neighbor.
like you see 2 kids like you think they're playing, and she like takes them behind a building, and like 2 minutes later you hear a loud bang.
What the hell? Yeah.
These kids they're really leaning into it.
Yeah, that's like my sister's like watching like Barbie shows and like playing with Barbies.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Griselda was playing in them streets, and playing with niggas' lives. So a couple years later, she's 13 now, and she begins dating this guy, Carlos Trujillo. He's much older. I didn't get the age on him, but reports I saw, he's between 8 and 10 years older than she is at this time. So,
and how old is she?
13, which is kind of gross.
Kind of.
Pretty gross. Not gonna lie to you. Or it's a different culture, and we have to respect it, and it's beautiful.
I think if you're 11 years old
and you're killing
and you
people.
kill someone, you could, yeah. Look, if you're getting molested, that's on you now. Okay? Yeah. Anyone, you're fair game for anyone at that point, dude. You could be 30 years old. Give her
if you have
the
wherewithal to kill, you better. You know what protection is at that point. You better. You better use some. So Carlos is he's like a human trafficker, and a document forger. So his main thing is that he just gets people out of Colombia and sneaks them into America.
It's funny to be known as those two things. It's like, yeah, he's a human trafficker, and even worse, a document forger. He's a monster.
Well, he wasn't like trafficking for like sex. At least, well, I mean, maybe he was. I don't know. It just
I mean,
said,
if you're fucking a 13-year-old, you're
yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Or she was, really mature. I mean, she's murdering people at 11. By
That's true,
13,
yeah.
she was probably, I don't know. I don't want to finish that sentence because that's going to get dark. Anyway, so they spend the next 5 years together, and he pretty much teaches her how to forge and create fake, like, aliases. And she learns how to, like, make fake passports, fake driver's licenses, all this bullshit, because that's the main thing that he gets into. So together, they start smuggling people to the U.S. They smuggle thousands of people together. In 1964, Griselda she's 19 years old, and she has 3 kids: Dixon, Uber, and Osvaldo, all poorly educated. I don't know why it said that. That was just well, actually, I do know why I said that, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, if your mom's, do you know how old she was when she had her first kid?
Nah, I don't. I think, well,
Like 15-ish maybe.
probably something like that. Yeah, I don't want to disrespect that. My auntie was 15 when she had my cousin. You could be smart.
Which cousin?
Not the one who's in the cult. His oldest, his
Okay.
his oldest sister though.
Oh, okay.
Eldest sister.
How did this one turn out?
She's actually the best. She's great. She good job raising her kid. It was rough, I guess, for a couple. I don't know. I don't know. This is back in Jamaica, back in the day. I have no fucking idea.
Oh yeah.
But-
Well, Jamaica, that's fine, dude.
It's, yeah. This is
that's good. That's par for the course out there.
we're back. Okay, so
Back in black.
you're fucking black. That shit had me. The fact that I didn't hear what you said until like an hour after we recorded it, and I just started dying. I was laughing hysterically at that shit. All right, so Griselda and Carlos would go back and forth to New York a lot. That's where they were sending a lot of the trafficked people, I guess, to the Queens. I don't know why I said the Queens. To Queens specifically. I don't know why I said the Queens. And just using fake aliases back and forth. I mean, this is the 60s. It wasn't 9/11 yet, so it was easy to hop on a plane and do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. Flying back then must have been so goddamn easy. Holy shit! Now that I'm thinking about it, actually out loud.
What do you mean?
Like, no, don't take your shoes off.
Oh,
you
yeah.
You can just hop on a
go
plane and
through.
just do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, dang, that'd be so nice.
And you could smoke on planes back then, like cigarettes and shit. Not
yeah.
saying I would do that, but
You probably would.
I'd put some weed in there, put some reefer in there.
You'd get arrested, dude.
I wouldn't get arrested. Well, actually, I wouldn't be allowed on a plane. I doubt they had many black folk flying
That's
in the
true.
60s.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, flying without any of that stuff would be nice. You just run onto a plane.
Yeah, I mean that's literally back. Yeah, back in those days, you could run onto a plane. Like as it's taking off, you could be hold on. I mean,
Yeah.
And then nowadays, you're fucked if you miss that shit past like an hour or something.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so while they're in New York, they begin moving drugs. They start moving some cocaine,
Ooh.
and they start building a small name for themselves. Right. A couple months later, Carlos dies under suspicious circumstances.
Ooh, interesting.
He officially dies of liver failure. That's the official cause of death.
Uh-huh.
The unofficial cause of death is that Griselda has a nickname as the Black Widow. That's the unofficial cause of death.
Oh,
Is that she killed him. That
interesting.
that's a
You
Sure.
know what? With this liver failure, I think what could have saved him is our sponsor today, Liver King Supplements. Are you sick of being fucking weak? Take these liver supplements and fucking lie to people that you don't do steroids. Take these liver supplements so while you're blasting fucking $15,000 worth of drugs a month, you could have a healthy liver. Back to you, Ben.
It was funny that he really tried to pass. Like when he showed his kids, it was like you should have got jacked midgets to play your children. I don't know why you got these scrawny ass kids and you trying to tell me this is all natty.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, he's
built like Larry the fucking lobster. Like it doesn't make. It's so wild how. Yeah.
He is.
Has he
It's
responded
so
yet
funny.
to the?
Yeah, he did like yesterday, I think.
Oh, and he was like, it's
Yeah,
it's
he's
true.
like, I took steroids. I lied to you. I'm sorry.
What if he was like, this is like old documents. This is like 10 years
This
old.
is bullshit.
I've been clean for the last 10 years.
Yeah, no, he said he still takes them too. It's fucking good, dude. Let him take steroids.
Yeah, what is he, 50 years old?
He's 40s, I think.
Well, it's old enough.
Yeah.
All right, so a couple months after Carlos dies, Griselda remarries, and she marries this dude, Alberto Bravo. And Bravo was also a smuggler, but instead of people, he liked to smuggle drugs. That was his main thing. And because she already had like a web of connections in New York, whatever, and in Colombia through human trafficking, they made the perfect team pretty much. And he was like he unlike Carlos was like a low time dude, like a low time trafficker. His numbers were small, but Alberto actually had some respect behind his name. He actually had like a small ring that that he was created under his name. So this is now the 70s. This is before cocaine is like crazy mainstream, right? So they're able to get in early and build the empire, right? They start trafficking coke between Colombia and New York, whatever. And they're trying to figure out, just the way that people were doing it, because it's like the 70s and it's brand new. People would just put it on they would just strap it to their bodies and just hope for the best, like just hope that the police don't notice like a bulge out of your fucking chest or whatever like that.
And where would they be taken? Like on planes or?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
They hop on planes with just coke strapped to their chest like a bomb, and just hoping that like nobody notices this weird lump on my side or something like that.
That used to work. Dude, it's like the equivalent to like old basketball. You could just get away with the most basic. You're just like looking down, dribbling. Like you used to be able to get away with that.
Other palm facing the fucking the sky and shit.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. When like that was the best guys in the world were doing that, dude, and the best traffickers in the world were like, I got an idea. Put this under your shirt. Holy shit, you're a genius. That was it.
Well, Griselda actually becomes she actually is a genius in this sense, because she's like, all right, I noticed that there's bulges or whatever, so we'll use this to our advantage. So she hires a bunch of like these beautiful Colombian model bitches, and she creates like a bra. She creates like a special kind of bra that has like an extra compartment in it that you could stuff cocaine inside of. So when it bulges out, it just these are busty like girls, whatever. And she trained the girls to like be whores pretty much. So if a police officer or somebody was like looking at them and like checking them out, they would smile at them flirtatiously, or they would give them a wink or something like that. And obviously this is, I don't know if you noticed, Colombian girls are actually listed as the sexiest girls in the world.
Really?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, this is before Caitlyn Jenner, and this, I'm sure the list has been adjusted, but Colombian women have been listed as the sexiest women in the world.
Oh, God. That is a good point, dude. Times have changed. Oh, they bumped down the list before Caitlyn. Oh, fuck, that's funny. Oh, man.
So they start running the numbers up, right? And their hold on they have such a, because the drugs are coming straight from Colombia, so they have such a strong hold on it that like the New York, like the mafia in New York can't even break into the drug game. Like they have to go through Griselda and all these other Colombians in order to get you good.
Yeah, that's so funny. Just the earnest delivery of it. Just like, to be fair, it was just before Caitlyn Jenner. I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
Well, she is
the most beautiful. What, didn't you win like sexiest bitch or something?
Most important woman or something like that?
No, I think she won like sexiest too.
Most beautiful. No.
Most bravest?
Maybe you're right. She won all the awards. I think she's the best citizen ever. She's America's #1 product.
Well, then she became a Republican. They're like, you know what? Actually, you fucking trans bitch, you're disgusting.
It is funny that she's like, I'm a traditionalist.
Isn't she like anti-gay marriage?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I think she's anti-trans marriage too, or something like that.
Really?
I think. I don't know. She also is a murderer, so
Yeah, that's true.
She did kill somebody.
I guess that is like Jeffrey Dahmer. How he's like, no, what I'm doing is disgusting. I should not be killing these people, but I can't resist. That's like Caitlyn. She's like, no, what I'm doing is wrong. I just can't help it.
Yeah, all right, whatever. I don't want to get canceled. Anyway, Griselda and Alberto, they're killing it at this time, right? And reportedly, she's making $10 million a week.
Holy shit.
She's running the numbers up like Aisha's niggas. It's crazy.
$10 million a week?
A week.
How does it, dude? How do you even make that kind of money? That's crazy.
Cocaine. I mean, it's the early 70s and cocaine. People, I mean, they had no idea what hit them. This is like when crack hit, in the 80s. They were like, what when a new thing hits,
damn,
and people don't know how to react to it. I'm trying to think of an example for us, but I can't think of one. What's a new phenomenon or drug that just...
I don't know. I was just going with the trans community again. That is hitting hard.
Becoming trans?
Yeah.
That's a new phenomenon.
Like doctors, transition doctors, they're the modern day cocaine dealers.
So because she was known as she was known to be savagely brutal, or that's a word. Yeah, she was known to be crazy brutal. Because of that, other people her what's the one we're going for? Defectors, people who got out of her gang, and also people who were going against her. They were afraid to snitch on her to the DEA or to the police because they were afraid that she would kill them. She used to say I'll cut your fucking legs. She said some wild shit if y'all leave, I'm gonna torture you, whatever. So eventually, DEA gets a couple people to turn against her. They created this Operation Banshee. They had 37 different indictments that they could have used against her. The biggest one was that they intercepted a shipment of 150 kilos. I'm sorry, of cocaine. But before they could arrest Griselda and Alberto, she hopped on a plane and went back to Colombia because she used her fake documents, all that bullshit, and went back to Colombia. When she went back down there, though, it wasn't the same as when she had left. She gets back down there. It's 1975, right? This is a rough year for her. It's a rough year for our queen. 1975. Her connections and all of her people down there in Colombia are no longer her allies. They're no longer her team. And everyone is that the way that the game used to be run is not being run anymore. Now it's completely different. There's a new king in charge. You know who that is?
Who?
Who's the king of cocaine in Colombia?
Pablo.
There you go. It's Pablo. Pablo was running the game now.
I thought you were gonna set me up for an obvious answer that's gonna be wrong.
It was the first part. It was an obvious answer. I gave you a layup.
Too obvious.
I gave you a layup and you pulled the Nick Young and you airballed it somehow.
I did get it. I did get it once you...
I had to get the rebound and give it back to you. Like a Make-A-Wish kid. So Griselda tries to get her throne back, and she's like, I'm just going to do what I always do. I'm going to use blood. I'm going to use force. I'm going to kill people, whatever. And at this time, it's she's credited with inventing the drive-by shooting.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe you guys are appropriating culture. You could do it too. You know that?
That was a good one. She invented the Sicario drive-by, which is you hop on scooters, whatever, or hop on two guys on a motorbike, whatever. It's very big in Brazil.
I'm picturing a razor scooter.
Both guys pedaling at the same time. Or one of the city scooters that goes 15 miles per hour. Nah, they use motorbikes and shit like that.
The bird scooters.
It became such a big thing, such a crazy method of killing people, that Colombia passed a law saying that you can't have two passengers on a motor scooter at the same time.
Oh, damn.
Because everyone was... Colombia was... They murders out the asshole. They were the murder capital of the world for 6 years straight or some shit like that.
It was like when football players started throwing the ball. They're like, oh shit, we don't have to run down the middle. We could throw it. How are we gonna fucking stop this? No one could handle it.
You gotta put a bunch of rules in place. So Pablo is still everything that she does to try to gain ground. Pablo is always a couple steps ahead of her. He's the greatest of all time when it comes to this shit. So He's way more ruthless than she is. He's way more cunning, and he's way more. His connections seem to be way stronger. At the same time, so like she was going around trying to make deals with people, right? And she would get like soldiers in certain places.
Mm-hmm.
Pablo was hiring like militias, like actual militias of soldiers to go into towns and just kill everyone who was connected with her. So people understood, all right, we're not gonna fuck with this bitch. At the same time, her man Alberto was out in Bogota, and it was people were word was getting back to Medellin that he was sleeping around with a bunch of girls out there, and there's rumors that like he's gonna leave her soon, and he's about to dump her, and she noticed that there's millions of dollars missing from the family so she goes out to Bogota. And she finds Alberto in a parking lot of this popular club, and she starts screaming at him, and she's like, "What the what's going on? Whatever. I want answers." As she's screaming, he pulls out a Uzi and he shoots. Right, the crowd disperses when they hear the shots. Right, a bunch of shots go off. They come back like 3 minutes later, and she's Griselda is standing there. In one hand, she's holding her gunshot wound. She has like 2 wounds. She's holding them. In her other hand, she's holding Uzi. She had her own Uzi, and on the other side is Alberto laying on the floor dead.
Oh shit!
Black Widow strikes again.
Damn.
2 for 2. Badass bitch. So she goes back to Medellin that same night. And people were like, yeah, she wasn't like sad, she wasn't upset. She was like, yeah, fuck him, like fuck that. Like she was like completely just like cold blooded. Like that nigga had to come and fuck him.
She said that. Did you tell her she can't say that?
Well, actually, they can. When you have a bunch of guns and money, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Later that same year, months later, she remarries again. This guy, Dario Sepulveda, who was an associate of these guys called the Ochoa brothers. They were another big cartel family, whatever. I'll go into them a little bit. At their height, they were worth between $3 and $6 billion. They were close associates with Pablo Escobar. They were like a couple of his right hand men. So she's married to their associate. That's who Sepulveda is, right? So Griselda and Dario, they have a son in 1978, and she names the son Michael Corleone Blanco, after the Godfather, because another one of her nicknames is the Godmother. That was another one of her nicknames. Which the way she got that nickname was funny to me, because apparently she just like gave it to herself. But like she was in a shootout, she like shot somebody and then yelled like in the middle of like an alleyway, "I'm the fucking Godmother! Come like and they started yelling at, "I'm the fucking Godmother!" So people were like, "All right, I guess that's the Godmother." Like that's how she like gave herself the nickname.
She sounds like a scary lady.
Yeah, this bitch is insane. She's a fucking psycho.
It's crazy to at this point to marry her. Like,
would you say no to her if she was like, I want to?
Well, I wouldn't want to associate at all where I get asked. If she's like, "Yo, marry me," I'd be like, "Yeah, I love you."
You have to. So I'll get into that now, I guess. But that was one of the things that she like was known for. So after she marries Dario, she like got like fat. Like she like got out of shape, got a little fat. But she was known to because she liked girls also. She would. I guess it's rape technically. She would pull out a gun and force girls and guys to like have sex with her in public places. Or
what do you mean? I guess that's rape. It's rape.
Well, in all the things I watched, it was just like she would force people to have sex. They never said it was rape. But now that I'm saying it, I'm like, that's rape. You can't.
And she was a little aggressive. It was kind of a bad date. No, dude. # me too.
Well, she was a Virgo. You know how they get. Yeah. Yeah, that's rape. That's a rape with a deadly weapon.
Yeah, just because it's a fat lady doesn't mean it's not rape.
The videos and the documents, they didn't label it as, rape is defined as penetration. You know that.
It is?
Yeah.
So ladies can't rape unless they
by law they can't unless they get
strap on
get a
you
broom or something.
You.
Yeah.
Actually, some ladies have penises. Remember? We can't forget this. Some ladies have penises.
Yeah, Fallon Fox. that she could rape you.
Who's Fallon Fox?
Who's Fallon Fox? The MMA.
Oh, her. Yeah. I was thinking it was who's Kanye's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, Julia Fox?
Yeah, okay, that's who I was thinking of.
The
I'm
girl-
like,
the
wait,
girl
what?
from,
Was she trans?
What's that movie with Adam Sandler? Not Hustle. What's the other one? Uncut Gems. That's what it is.
I haven't seen
Have you seen The Godfather, where Michael Corleone is from?
it. I started watching it, and the DVD was scratched, so it stopped like 5 minutes in.
The DVD.
This was years ago.
I'm about to say, was this 10 years ago?
Yeah, I tried to watch it.
All right. So anyway, 78. After she has the kid, they move back to America. They move back to the States because Pablo is running shit so fucking much, and he's so like he's trying to kill this bitch. Like, he's really trying to come after her, and she realizes like it's either I stay here and try to fight for like my throne, or I flee and go back to America and live to fight another day. So she fled. Yeah, because Pablo, we do an episode on him one day. That nigga was
He's the king.
He's a savage. He was Plomo or Plato. He really meant that shit.
Pablo Esco.
I don't know that song.
Oh, okay.
We should drop an album, almost history album.
We should.
So they don't, instead of going to New York, they go to the cocaine capital of America. You know what that is?
It's Miami.
Miami.
Hell yeah.
Miami. So 1980, right? It's funny when she came before. She came in like 1970. Cocaine had like no one had heard of it. It was brand new. And now when she comes back, it's like everyone is on it, and it's the biggest fucking drug. So 1980. This is give you some numbers. Colombia is making 75% of the world's cocaine, right? 70% of that is going through Miami, right?
Oh,
and
shit.
It's as much, so it's worth about $20 billion of cocaine going through Miami, right?
Damn.
Per year. So Griselda obviously is trying to get in on that money, but she's new to the scene. She's like a new comic in the scene.
Yeah,
how do I get booked on these shows? How does any comic get booked? They got to kill.
Well, not necessarily.
It's funny. Well, she is a woman, but she's a woman who kills.
True.
So at this time, there was a bunch of Cuban gangs that controlled the streets of Miami. So Griselda had to break in, right? So the way she breaks in is that the murder capital of Miami in 1980 is surges, and it becomes Miami is the murder capital. The murder rate for Miami surges, and Miami becomes the murder capital for the entire Americas. Like,
holy shit!
So it has a higher murder rate than Medellin and all of Colombia. It's the highest.
Damn,
it's insane. It's reported that she had like around like 200 murders on her books, whatever. The coroner of Miami, there were so many bodies at this time that from just all the gangs that were having shootouts, there were so many dead bodies. The coroner had to borrow a food truck from Burger King. They had to borrow a refrigerator truck that they keep like patties in.
Oh shit!
So they could keep bodies in there, like in the front of the building.
Damn.
They didn't have enough fucking people and enough space to get to all the people in time before they were rotting.
That would suck to die and just be stored in a Burger King truck.
It'd be funny if you're like people like steal like steaks, whatever.
Yeah. You're going back there.
You're like, oh, it's jackpot. You open it up. What the fuck?
Jackpot Whoppers. Oh no.
So now Griselda is back on top. She's moving upward of 1,500 kilograms of coke every month. And this is so she's making like crazy amounts of money, right? At this time, and she has to like launder this money. This is where Miami's real estate comes from. I don't know if you've ever heard that, how Miami's skyline is built from cocaine, but that's what it is. All of Miami's real estate, all those giant buildings, all their downtown, that's because all of the drug traffickers that were there had to launder their money. So they worked with developers in the city, and they essentially built Miami's infrastructure.
Oh shit!
By laundering all the money. You ever seen Cocaine Cowboys?
Mm-mm.
You should watch it. It's about her a lot. There's two of them. The first one is Cocaine Cowboys. It's just about that's what they called. She was a cocaine cowboy. That's what they call these people who, like the cartel members who were running the drugs and all that shit.
Yeah,
that's the first one. The second one is just about Griselda.
Oh right.
It's just about. So I'll get into that in a little bit. So Miami, Griselda, she had this crazy mansion that she's living in, and she has like all these busts of her head like around the mansion, and people would come in and they would kiss them for good luck and shit like that, because she's the godmother and whatever.
Yeah.
They want her blessing. So 1983, Dario, her husband, was mad that Griselda was keeping Michael Corleone out of school, which would explain why her other sons were stupid. She kept them out of school all the time, which I guess that makes sense. She didn't trust that like if they were in school, they're like easy targets. Someone could just go to the school and take them out, whatever. Because she would do shit like that. So Dario is mad. He's like, yeah, my son is fucking stupid. This is dumb. Like, I'm taking him back to Colombia. I'm putting him in school. I'm gonna give him an education. So he goes back to Medellin with Michael. Right. 2 days later, police pull over Dario. As they approach the car, the police pull out Uzis and they light up the car. They light him up. Right. Michael's in the back seat. They light him up.
Oh shit!
And kill him. Michael is in the back seat and he's crying his ass off. He's wailing. They just put him on a plane and fly him back to Miami and bring him back to his mom. And that was it. She's like, yeah, now you're home with mother.
Damn.
Michael.
She's ruthless.
We'll get into Michael a little bit later too. But so she famously there was a mall in Miami, the Dadeland Mall. She like had she was trying to commit a hit one day, so she had like her gunman pull up to the mall and just spray randomly into a crowd of people. Only 2 people died, but there was like hundreds of people were out that. Like the point is that she's just a savage with the way she goes about handling shit. There was another case where what was the name of this fucking family? There was a family called the Lorenzen family. She ordered it, so she had the kids sit there and watch while she had the mom and dad stripped and then shot in front of them.
Oh shit!
Because she wanted to just send a message to them. She had, the parents.
Who was she sending a message to?
To the kids at that point. She was like, "Don't whenever you grow up, don't fuck with me." But and also I guess to everyone else in the town, everyone else in Miami, to know, hey.
Wait, sorry, what was that family though?
So it was just a family. It was like some associates or whatever. But they were called the Lorenzen family. I'm saying their name because it matters later.
Oh okay.
But she had them stripped, had them tied up in front of their kids, and then had them killed while the kids were alive.
Was it just like a random family though? Just like, yo, I picked them.
Nah, they were like associates of like other people, like people that other drug cartel members.
Oh, okay.
Just not in her gang.
I thought you just picked a random. She's like, yo, you kids, you look fucking fishy. Don't fuck with me.
That kind of leads into this next. So the wildest thing she did, according to a lot of people, this is the wildest thing. She was trying to get this guy. She was trying to have this one guy killed, Castro. I forgot his first name, but she's trying to have him killed. So she has 2 of her Sicarios pull up on a bike while he's in his car, and they shoot at him, but they miss. And then in the back seat is his 2-year-old son, Johnny Castro. Right? They hit Johnny Castro in his head twice, and they kill him.
Oh shit!
And when Griselda heard about this news, she goes, "Now we're even." I don't know what the fuck Johnny, or I don't know what his dad did.
Damn.
But and she laughed about it, and she was hyped. She was.
What a fucking nutcase, dude.
Yeah, I mean, she was probably doing a lot of coke herself. It's that she was, it's just, you hear like an idea on coke, and you're like, woo, like she was probably like, feeling invincible. She's
so hyped on
she's
coke.
making so much money, and all of her enemies are dropping like flies. She's probably like, I am on top of the fucking world right now.
Yeah.
By the mid 1980s, she is the first ever, I think also the first only female cartel billionaire.
Yeah.
Boss leader. I'm happy that's boring you.
I'm fucking sleepy, dude.
Yeah, what's up with you?
I've been fucking staying up late, dude, trying to do comedy stuff. So I've been sleepy.
You seem very low energy right now.
I am pretty. I told you, I've been fucking sleepy. That's what happens when I go out to comedy late.
Okay, you little catty too, a little snippy.
Yeah, I'm fucking sleepy boy, dude.
What do you need? 8 hours, 9 hours?
No, I need like 7 would be nice.
7.
Yeah, 7 is perfect for me.
Wow, that's like what he sleeps. That's insane. If I get 4 hours, I'm excited. I'm hyped.
That's because you're mentally ill and you have problems.
I'm not denying that, but you know what? My problems might stem. You ever hear the episode of Joe Rogan where they had that sleep doctor on?
No.
It's this like sleep specialist, and he explains how like if you go one day Like he's like, you need 8 hours of sleep, like minimum. Everyone needs that to be like at your top functioning. The best is to get like 10 to 11 or something like that, which is
Okay, that's crazy.
yeah, insane. And then he was like, but if you go like one day of like not getting that like nourished sleep, you could throw off your entire like ecosystem. Like you'll fuck up your brain chemistry. You could mess up like your mood. You could mess up the way your taste buds break down food. So you could gain weight easier. It's like not getting your sleep.
Maybe that's your problem, dude. Maybe you need more sleep. Maybe that'll fix you.
You think?
Maybe.
I've been told Jesus would fix me. I need more Jesus in my life.
Maybe help you sleep better. You do, yeah. That's the thing. You don't sleep at night, but as soon as you get into a car, you're asleep.
That is a problem for me. A car ride will knock me the fuck out.
Yeah,
that is.
You are a child. You're a baby in the back seat.
I'm just nodding off and shit.
Yeah, immediately.
I feel bad. I'm trying so I'm fighting hard. I'm fighting so hard to stay awake when I'm in the car, but it knocked out.
I just hear you snoring also. You're
and choking.
It's crazy. Yeah, because you do have sleep apnea too.
Yeah.
So you'll fall asleep and then you'll like choke yourself awake. And then you'll pop up.
That is
like, yeah, dude, you were dying.
It is gay that one day I'm gonna die because my tongue is just like choking me. It is gonna kill me, unfortunately.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't sleep that much either if I almost choked to death every time I slept.
That's not why I don't do it, but maybe it is. Maybe subconsciously I'm like, hey, if you sleep, you die. It's like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Except it's your tongue.
Your tongue's Freddy Krueger, dude. Takes you out in your nightmares.
All right, so 1984, my Griselda flees back to Miami, right? So I cut that. 1984, Griselda has to flee Miami because other cartels, they want her dead because she killed like over 200 people at this time.
Yeah.
A lot of enemies.
Pissing people off.
Yeah, people want this bitch dead.
Yeah.
Also, the DEA, they're still on her ass from 10 years prior when she like fled and went back and escaped from New York. They didn't forget about that, so they're still trying to build a case on her. So she leaves Miami and goes comes out here, goes to Oakland, California, right? This is where Cocaine Cowboys 2 comes out. You should watch this. It's very funny. She moves out to Oakland, and when she comes out, so one of her old associates gets flipped, right, and becomes he flips on her, starts ratting on her, whatever, and she ends up having to go down to she does like some time, like 5 years in prison, right? Mm-hmm. While she's in prison, this guy, Chris Crosby, I believe his name is, starts writing her. Chris Crosby was a crack dealer in Oakland who was like, he just heard about her on the news and was like, oh, I'm a fan, like I respect what you're doing, I love you, whatever, I love your work, pretty much, like, and she like was like, yeah, come meet me, whatever. So they met. She ends up getting out, and they have like a relationship, and for like years, she's like, she gives him money, she puts him on with like a bunch of the real connects in the game. So he called himself the Michael Jordan of crack. That's what because of crack cooking. That's what he called himself.
What a nickname.
You should watch it. It is a very interesting documentary, and he's a young black dude from Oakland, so he's doing young black dude shit. Yeah, and she's an old lady from Colombia. It's just funny. He cheats on her a bunch of times, and he's like, "Damn, baby, I know," like, because she tries to have him killed because she's a crazy bitch. Yeah. Anyway, so February 17th, 1985, the DEA busted into her home. Right. She got out. And then they ended up coming back for her. They busted into her home. When they busted in, she was reading a Bible. And next to her Bible, or next to her her desk, there was a gun on the counter, right? But the DEA agent said when he walked in, she was so stunned she didn't even reach for the gun. Like she was just like staring at him, like, I can't believe you're here or whatever. Oh shit! And the DEA agent walked up to her, kissed her on her cheek, and was like, Griselda, I'm so glad to finally see you, because they've been after this bitch for so fucking long. Yeah, they finally got her.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
She's found guilty of conspiracy to traffic. That's all they could get her on. And she got 15 years in prison, right? So she's like trying to get the case overturned. She's like, I'm a Christian now. I'm a God-fearing woman. I love everybody, right? I've changed. and she goes to forget for her appeals, whatever. All of them fail. None of them work.
Yeah.
After they fail, she's like, all right, fuck this. I'm gonna steal JFK Jr. So she devises a plan to rob John to kidnap John F. Kennedy Jr. and to hold him for ransom. Obviously doesn't work because why the fuck would that work? Kidnapping a former president's son is fucking insane. And this is where in the documentary, the dude, Chris, Cocaine Cowboys, he was like, yeah, like I didn't like because he was helping her out with this, and he was saying like I thought it was a super plan to begin with. Like I said, Kennedy, nobody's gonna touch that nigga. Like we're not gonna this isn't Colombia. We're not gonna be able to touch him. Like you can't just touch politicians out here. So he didn't. So he like ratted on her a little bit. Like for like it you should watch it. It gets into anyway. So where we at with this? So yeah, doesn't work out. She doesn't get to kidnap JFK Jr.
Yeah.
While she's in jail, her empire is like crumbling. And furthermore, she starts losing some people. So in 1992, Osvaldo, one of her sons, he's released from prison. Right, he was in jail himself. He gets out. And
for just being retarded.
He was moving drugs or whatever.
Okay.
And so he gets out, and at his welcome home party, he's murdered.
Damn, who got him?
One of her rivals. It was as he got out of the car and put his hands up and said, "I'm back." Someone lit his ass up.
God, that's such a funny way to go out.
What a turn of emotions for him.
Whoa! Oh no, dude. That's so funny.
So Griselda wasn't allowed to go to the funeral, obviously. Yeah. So she wrote a letter and had it sent to the priest, and made the priest read the letter out loud. And in the letter, it was just like, whoever did this, I will kill you. I'm gonna hunt you down and torture you. I don't like your kids are not safe. I'm gonna make sure your family is wiped off the earth or whatever. It's just funny that a priest was like, and now a letter from the mother.
Yeah.
And after that, he was like, and Hail Mary. Like, he just did.
Yeah. He's like, well, and now, okay.
In Jesus' name, we say amen. But she was right. She was right. So her son, Dixon, found the killer. Osvaldo's brother finds his killer and tortures him to death. That's how they got back at him.
That's pretty sick.
But then a couple weeks later, Dixon is also killed.
Damn, dude.
And then a couple months after that, Uber is also killed. So three of her four sons are killed in over the course of like 8 months, whatever, right? In 1994, she was being tried for the murder of Johnny Castro, so the little 2-year-old boy, and the Lorenzen family, who she made the kids watch, whatever. She's being tried by them, right? So it's her former hitman, this guy Jorge Ayala, right? Mm-hmm. Former hitman, former bodyguard. He's like, fuck it, I'll snitch on her, I'll rat, right? So the case is ready to go. She's about to go down for this, life in jail, no matter what, for sure. Mm-hmm. The case gets tossed out because it turns out Jorge Ayala is sleeping with 2 of the secretaries from the sheriff's department, whatever, throughout the investigation.
Damn, 2 of them?
2 of them. So they're like, yeah, like we can't trust. For some reason, they can't. I don't know. Him giving them dick means they can't trust the information.
Damn. That sucks.
If anything, I could probably trust him more. He's definitely on our side.
Yeah.
So they made a deal with her, and she was free by 2004, right? So she had to serve like 20 years, but she also had like time served. That was the deal they made. So she was out like 2 years later from when she was already in there. She hops on a plane, goes back to Colombia, but Colombia, this is 2004 now. Colombia is way different than what it was in like the 70s and the 80s and shit. Everyone she knows is either dead or in jail. Like Pablo is dead, maybe by suicide. That's still not fully known. The Ochoa brothers are in jail and they're out of the cartel game. So when she comes back, there's like nobody at the airport like trying to kill her. There's no one there like, oh, we know, like no one knows who she is. Like she's an unknown person. So she finds God and she retires to the mountains.
She pulled a Thanos.
Or so you think. She pulled a Thanos for a while, and then the Avengers pulled up on September 3rd. September 3rd, 2012. She was out at a market, a butcher shop. She was buying $150 worth of meat, and while she was out, a middle-aged man rode up on a bike, which is her method of killing. He rode up on a bike, very calmly walked into the store, shot her twice in the back of the head, got back on the bike, pulled off, and they never found him.
Oh shit!
And that was how
Damn, I wonder who that is.
only God knows.
That's crazy. There's some dude out there who just fucking
Yeah.
killed Griselda.
And what's crazy, like so this is 8 years after she was free. So, someone must have been like, hey, we know she's in Colombia. We're gonna find, like, they meticulously found her. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch that bitch.
Shoot her.
It could have. Well, I like to think it was the Lorenzen family.
One of the kids.
One of the like the son.
That would be sick.
Was like, I'm gonna get this bitch back. I'm not gonna forget, like. But yeah, it could have been anybody. That's the thing. So it's like you're never gonna figure out who did that.
Yeah, there's so many enemies. Like, it could have been so many people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a. So some of the numbers, I'll get into some of the numbers. So yeah, 200 was the low end number of what she killed.
Mm-hmm.
The highest I heard was up to 2,000. That she had killed or killed herself personally. So you're gonna make a lot of enemies that way.
Yeah.
At her height, she was worth $2 billion.
Whew.
So she was the richest female cartel boss leader ever.
I wonder how much she was worth, like when she retired, like when she was living the Thanos life.
Probably still a good. Well, so the village that she like retired to in the mountain, it was listed as one of the wealthiest places in Colombia.
Okay, so she
still
had money.
Yeah, still doing good. Although I mean, the U.S. dollar is probably like 1,000 Colombian pesos or whatever the fuck it is. But still, yeah, she had enough that she was living good. At her height, she was making $80 million a month. A month, 80 mil.
That's crazy.
Damn.
And
her last son, Michael Corleone, whatever.
Oh yeah.
You know what happened to him?
No.
He's on a reality show.
What?
He's on TV.
What's the show?
There's like a show where it's like Cartel Family or some shit like that.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah, he's on that.
Oh, really?
So he ended up I think he ended up marrying the like the daughter of John Gotti.
Oh, what the heck?
Or some shit, or like the granddaughter of John Gotti. It's crazy. Like that family is just pure corruption and murder and shit. Yeah, no, he's on a reality show. And I watched like a little bit of it just to see what he's like. And he's what you think he'd be like. He's
dumb?
Like a little dumb. Yeah, he wasn't in school that much.
Yeah.
And he's like, they asked him like, what was it like growing up with your mom? They were like, we know what it's like to not be normal, but what it's like to be normal? Like, what's the normal situation you had growing up? And he was like, everything was normal, like my mom, like go out for birthday parties or whatever. Like, it's instead of going to the movie theaters, she buys out the movie theater, so it's just me and her in there, or like, she'll give the bodyguard a couple $1,000, and we go to the amusement park for a couple hours, or like sometimes we go to the water park. We go to like 3 times in a day or something like that.
Oh damn!
I'm like, oh, that's not none of that is normal. What you're saying? Amusement park is a one-time.
Yeah, we lived a pretty normal life. And also, I watched her kill people. Did you ever see that?
His dad. That's the one.
That's
the one. His dad was killed in front of him, and he's in the back seat.
Yeah. Damn.
What a shitty day! It's like what's crazy is that like that for him, he was probably like, his dad was like, "Hey, you're not going to school right now. I'm gonna make you go to school." And he was like, "Wait, what? we're gonna leave America. We're gonna go back to this third world country." And I'm gonna make you go to school. So the kids in the back see like, this is bullshit.
I hate this. I want to go back home.
I gotta go to school today. I wish you would die. You ever do that as a kid? You just wish death on your parents?
I wish you would die.
When I was a kid, I used to do it all the time. I hate you. I
hate you so much.
I wish the truck would hit you like that. And then my mom died.
Ooh.
And I was like, yes. No, I wasn't. I was very upset. I have not recovered yet. Anyway, how'd you like it?
That was really good. I think that might have been your best one yet.
Yeah, I told you to be impressed with the research.
That was very good.
Take notes, faggot.
Hey, don't talk to me like that.
Did you learn anything new?
Yes, I learned a lot of things new. All of it.
Very good.
Yeah, dude. She was, I didn't realize how crazy she was.
Oh, this bitch was insane. Badass bitch, though. Powerful.
Yeah.
Her or Ching Shi, who you were impressed by?
Oof. Damn. Hey, did you ever watch that show? It used to be on Spike TV, I think. It was Deadliest Warrior, I think it was called.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be sick if they like had this between their two. Fucking.
I think Ching Shi actually is more impressive because she had like the government on her side, and she died of old age, surrounded by her gold.
Yeah, that's true. Because she went out. But then again, this fucking Griselda almost went out.
And she died at 69. So.
Ooh, that's sick.
Nice.
That's a perfect time, dude.
All right, we should end it on that.
All right, dude. That was good. Yeah.
This was fun.
Social media. Check me out. Logan J. Quiroz. TikTok, Instagram.
Relax and laugh. Almost History Podcast. Check it out. Leave a review if you made it this far into the episode. I doubt you did. I think people tap out after like 10 minutes, if I had to guess. I think they hear my voice once.
That's a negative attitude,
what
dude.
What the fuck?
Don't have that negative attitude.
It's Sid from Ice Age. God, you guys' voice is disgusting. Leave a review, so we could build this podcast and make money.
Yeah. And never mind. I was going to say something inappropriate.
What were you going to say?
No, I can't say it.
I'll cut it
I'll
out.
get in trouble.
I'll cut it.
I would say send pictures of your tits.
I'm not going to cut it.
I knew you wouldn't. My girlfriend's going to get mad at me.
She doesn't listen to this. Definitely
True.
not this far.
Well,
all right.
Once I was jokingly on Instagram, I just posted or on TikTok, Snapchat. I posted on my Snapchat story, send nudes. Just like on my story to see if ladies would send. Like it was clearly a joke. I have like no women on my Snapchat. I just thought it was funny. This was like years ago.
And she saw that?
Yeah, she got mad at me. I'm like, it's a joke, and she's like, you're a joke. It's like, that's mean.
That is a funny excuse. It's a joke.
And then she blocked me on social media, and I didn't talk to her for like 3 months.
Like if a girl actually sent you tits, and you're like, it's a joke.
It's a joke. You dumb bitch.
She
Don't
didn't get
send me that. What a stupid idiot you are. Why would you send me that? Don't do it again. Wink.
All right, you got a show to get to.
All right. Oh, yeah, I do have to get to that.
All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.
Peace.